Good morning, friends of the forest. So I'm just out for a morning rip. So I'm working late today. I'm gonna take away some snow. Then what? The snow dump. It's really fun, actually. Sometimes it's not, depending where you're picking up or which snow dump you're going to, but I'm gonna assume it's gonna be great. Seeing a real good time. It's funny, the first year I did snow, I was working nights. It was the week between Christmas and New Year's, and so I was going to this snow dump, and it was a busy one, and it was all like, there was a big, like, basic horseshoe. So you'd go in and give them your ticket. They'd point with a little green laser on where they wanted you to dump. So I did that a few times. I mean, when I first went, it was an elderly lady, and she was pointing, like, being very kind and whatever. So I went over and went there, and then I don't know how many rounds I was in, and I went to dump, and the blower comes like right up to me and just like shoots snow all over my truck, and my window was down, so it all came in my window. Barreled right through the dash, like it was like stuck inside the dash there. It's like, what are you doing, man? That's not where I wanted you to dump. I said, well, I'm dumping where the lady in the side with the green laser told me to. He goes, well, you don't listen to the lady, you listen to me. I'm like, kind of hard to communicate with you. You don't have a CB, bud. Can't read your mind. Anyways, that was quite a show. I'm glad I didn't take a tooth out or something for it. Anyways, other than that, I think most of my experiences at snow dumps have been good. There's people working out there all night, taking the snow off the street so you can get around easier and park your cars and all that good stuff. Should be fun. I used to think, like, it'd be cool to go to a snow dump in the spring and see what was there, but then I worked for a company cleaning the ditches in the spring, where I also thought, oh, I'm gonna find so much cool stuff. Nope. There was no cool stuff. I found an old toy fire truck once. That was about the coolest thing that I ever found. And I found a lot of pea jugs. Like, a lot. Good morning, God. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, all my beautiful angels. Church is looking spectacular today, but let's go for a little drive to the back of the forest first. Yeah, that was a wild show, cleaning up the ditches there, man. Oh my God. Tiring, because you're up and down the ditches and you're like wearing steel toe rubber boots, and when we started, it was still winter, so it's really hard to dress for it, because you get going and then you get warm. And anyways, it was really disturbing when I saw what was in our ditches, especially at the on and off ramps. Wow. The key components were booze containers, weed containers, lottery tickets, which I would like to point out are all sold to you by our government. It's kind of crazy. It's like all the devilish things end up in the ditch because nobody wants to get caught with them in their car, I guess. I'm not saying that those things are devilish, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, a ton of pea jugs. Oh my God, it was so brutal. I can't even look at some bottles of juice now without thinking of that. I saw somebody had a container at the gym the other day up on top of the lockers. I'm like, oh my God. It was a Tim Hortons one too. I was like, that's like straight out of the 401 ditch, man. Oh God. But it's funny because some of the guys, you know, are like, oh, I'm not picking that up. I'm not picking up somebody's pea jug. So The one guy I was working with one day, he's all mad because he figured this was work that should be done by foreigners. Like, okay, bud, I don't really understand that, but so he's like, don't touch that pee jug. I'm like, dude, it's gotta be picked up. If we don't pick them up, the guy that starts mowing in the spring is gonna have freaking explosions everywhere. Like, think about the logistics of that. You're going along mowing the ditches, like just running over like pee jugs everywhere. Rather nasty. Oh, a lot of condoms too. Yeah, condom wrappers and condoms. People getting busy on the highway, I guess. Yeah, I found a couple of no, I was gonna say I found a couple of okay things, but no, it's bad. It's all bad. It was all bad. Yeah, it's a crazy amount of bags of garbage that we actually picked up. In the beginning, your thought is, oh, I should, separate all of the booze cans and return them because, hell, there's some good money in there. But once you're in, like, that much, it's like, no, just put it right in the garbage, man. This is ridiculous, Not something we should have to do in this day and age. I was never a litter bug, but I will admit over the years I have, thrown some beer cans out the windows back when I was more of a douchebag than I am now. Anyways, I figured that was my karma for that. Like, oh, Jamie, right now you're being punished for every time you ever threw a beer can out the window. And there was some person, it's really weird because you can even tell people's habits. Like, you can tell, there's one place where there's a smashed bottle of wine, like the same kind of wine, everything, same spot. So I'm guessing the person was grabbing a bottle of wine after work, chugging it on the highway, and then whipping it out before they get off the highway to go home. I mean, that was just my imagination filling in the spots, but some other asshole, lottery tickets. They would like scratch lottery tickets, but they didn't just throw them out the window. They ripped them into like 50 pieces, like rip. So like if anybody else ever found them, they couldn't check them. I don't know. Why would you do that? And then throw it out the window. So now instead of trying to pick up one piece of cardboard, you're trying to pick up all those little bits of it. Oh my God, let me tell ya. It's another lovely job I got assigned. All the guys out doing cold patch, and I got to work with the one guy who, well, they put him with me because he had a massive meltdown on a woman and screamed at her and called her the C word. And that word doesn't bother me, but it really bothers a lot of people. And it's really, it puts a different effect on it when somebody actually calls you that. Like, it's one thing to say it, but when somebody calls you that, it's kind of different. And anyway, so she had basically not answered her phone when they called her for the next shift. And I said to them, she's probably in a fetal position somewhere, scared to death of that guy that went off on her. And so I started realizing they were having me work with him, like, to prove that she was the problem, right? Well, you've been working with him and you haven't had a problem. I always become that little pawn that people try to use to prove some point. And I was like, the shit that dude has said to me, I should have filed a complaint against him too, but here I am. Anyways, what a terrible environment. So all the other guys were out doing cold patch and this and that. Me and psycho yelling guy are out cleaning the ditches together. And then one day we're out, and he always wanted to go home. So cool, I get it. Some people don't like to work a full day, but the one day he said he wanted to go home, and I was like, okay, well, I'll take you back to the shop. He's like, well, you can't go out by yourself. I was like, dude, I can't remember how old I was at the time, say 47 or something. I was like, I've hitchhiked this highway when I was a kid, for God's sake. Like, I can be out here working by myself. I'm fine. I'll be all right. So yeah, he was concerned about me being out there by myself after he already attacked a woman at work just a couple weeks before. I think you're the one we should be scared of, not the cars on the road. I mean, you should be scared of the cars on the road. You should respect them. You should have a lot of respect and be very aware of your surroundings. And I did it. I helped myself. I didn't get hurt. I got a whole bunch of garbage. Had a great time. Skip down the highway with my little chip things. They give you these things that they basically get at the dollar store to pick up garbage with, and put it in so you gotta carry around a giant garbage can with you. I'm telling you, I haven't done it. I see why they used to make prisoners do it, you know what I'm saying? And they're paying their debt to society, go pick up some garbage. Now it's like a job we take on, go pick up after your disgusting pig co-Canadians. Oh, good golly. It's gonna be a beautiful day. I'm just at church, gonna get out and say some prayers. It's always good when you can laugh about stuff like that after the fact. All the stories you never told anybody, all the things that happened. All these people in power that really should not be. Can't control yourself not to scream at your employees. You might not be, maybe you shouldn't be in a power position, or a position of power like that, I don't know. Just my thought.